Hello kiddies, today we're going from Victor Harbour down to Millicent near the border of Victoria. We're finally going to get to go on that train that we missed yesterday, so we pull up in Goolwa and we catch it to Victor Harbour and back again. And the best thing about it, here we are just pulling in, is that puppies were allowed to go on the train too. I had a great couple of hours. Look at this, kids! We found the train! We found the train and the dog's allowed to go, so we're going to catch the train to Victor Harbour. Didn't go yesterday, so I had to stay another night. How sad is that? So we're going to catch this train and then we're going to stay up at Victor Harbour for half an hour and then we'll catch it back again and then we'll get on to our next little move. What more could we want? It's a bit of a grey old day, but besides that, look at this. How exciting is this? We'll get down the end in a minute. Oh. And then look at this, there's an old post box here, there's an old station. It's just amazing, isn't it? Look at the old train. We're going to come up this end, we think, because it's lots away from the noisy. Oh, there's a craft shop. Oh, squirrel, we might go to the craft shop too. Look at that, it's quite a big train, 5 carriages. I'll get some more footage on the way. Now, I'll let you sit back and enjoy the scenery. You can watch Jasper and I in one carriage on the way up, and we get in another one on the way back. There was plenty of dogs that went on it. So enjoy the wonderful scenery as we drive along through some meadowy, bushy, farmy land and then onto the, what's it called? The riverside, the ocean side as we drive along the ocean. All the way down to Victor Harbour. Takes about half an hour to go one way, half an hour to go back the way, and you're there for about half an hour or so. So there was a market there, but there was not much time, just enough time to look around and go to the toilet. So I hope you enjoy. Well, good morning. Look at that for a beautiful station and a beautiful train. It's called the Cockle train. It goes up the track half an hour. These carriages are actually 100 years old. So the reason that we're let's not worry about what. Oh, it's the reason why it's called a cockle train is because of the cockle shells that are on here. So I reckon it's shunting, and I reckon we're going to go up the other end now. We'll see if we can get out the back door when we go back the other way. Cool bananas, it's a cool thing. Now on the way back we managed to score a carriage right near the back door. Jazzy got to sit there like a good boy. He was used to the train by now. We didn't like it much on the way up. So we get like a kind of a driver's view, except we're going the wrong way. You know, another great little drive back. Hope you enjoy, and then we'll get on to the drive down to Millicent. Right, after a lovely couple of hours on a lovely train, we're off on a drive down to Millicent. So we're going whizzing through this car park, and now pay attention to this bridge coming up because we managed to go over it more than once. we decide that there should be a road that takes us over this bridge, and there's lots of little islands. So we should be able to go over the islands because there is actually roads that connect them to stop us having to go around the bay. However, it doesn't quite work. Well, we get about half an hour into the drive and we hit this sign that says, yes, there is a road, however, it's just for the Water Commission. So we're not very happy because it takes us, A, it's a drive a long way round, but B, we have to go back half an hour again. So we'll go back up over that bridge and around the whole lake, which is really not what we want. We want to just be able to shortcut it through, and there was a road, and why can't we shortcut it through? We're not at all happy. Now, since we've already taken one wrong turn, we think we should pull over now and double check the GPS to tell us where we're actually going. It's because, we've already gone 1 hour out of our way because we thought we were smarter. So this time we're going to check it. And holy smoke, a few minutes later, well, an hour or so later, we end up going down this bridge. It told us to go around here, but we saw this ferry and thought, wonder where this goes. Cut off another half an hour or so, and we get to go on this tiny little ferry, and it was free. It was awesome. Check this out. Didn't know where I was going. I was just following directions and thought I had to go to the mouth of the river. There's a little ferry that takes you across. Oh, hang on, got to move forward a bit. Right, back where we were, and you can't see, but over there in the water, people were water skiing. It's cool. Dog can have a look out the window. Who'd have thought? Doesn't look like it's very far, but I'll put the dash cam footage on. How exciting. And you know the best part? It was free. So a couple of hours later, we see this sign here and we think, we should probably pay attention to that sign that says Millicent, but no, GPS or sat-nav or whatever you want to tell us, call it, tells us to go straight ahead. So we believe it, we go straight ahead. Well, wait and see what we get to see along the way. First stop is a pee stop for me and the doggy, so we've had our little stop and we're ready to drive on because, by the time we've taken a couple of wrong turns, we're getting a bit tuckered out and need a bit of a rest. Well, lo and behold, before we know it, we find a dirt track. Now, this one goes for about 20 k's where they're doing roads up. Good thing was we could drive smack bang in the middle of the road and it wasn't that bad. But we're not real impressed on dirt tracks and we think, goodness, that'll be the last one. We find the sign to Millicent again. We think, bargain, we're on the right way. We shouldn't be far away again. We work out we shouldn't have taken the last road. We don't actually know. We're going to stay to friends and we don't actually know where they live in Millicent. So we're having to trust the GPS. It tells us to turn off this street. And look, lo and behold, another dirt track. So this one goes for about 10 k's, but at least we could go at fairly decent speed down it. And we finally get to where we're supposed to be.